Hemant ji,
Good morning, sir.
good morning.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Sir, firstly, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to come live in front of you. Thank you so much. And sir, my question to you is that on what basis the storyline is decided or perhaps pre-written by the soul or Ishwar or spirit? Because some people they keep struggling through their entire life, while some people have the luxury and all kinds of good things without making much of it. So, on what basis the storyline is written? Is it connected to past karmas or something like that? Can you please throw some light on it?
You have not read, gone through that video which was posted a few days back on what was it, Destiny? Destiny, efforts, and prayers. There I have talked
Yes,
about all
that
these
15,
things.
15 minutes video. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So basically, the whole storyline is written not with an individual in mind, but with a group in mind. That is number one to understand. Number two, for the people who write, not people, for the ones who write the storyline, which is the souls, for them it makes no difference whether someone is rich or someone is poor, whether someone is having a lot of intelligence or no intelligence, whether someone is having a lot of sickness or very healthy. All these things makes no difference to the soul. They are writing the collective storyline. And if you notice the way the collective storyline is written, if you notice the way the collective storyline is written, it is just like the collective storyline of a film. And in that film, who is poor and who is rich, who is hero and who is villain, actually makes no difference to the one who is writing and to the one who is directing.
Mm-hmm.
But individual players can complain that why I am like this, why I am not like that. So if you try to understand that how a storyline is written, it will be very difficult. Yes, it is true the past life has a bearing on it. But in what way? Not in terms of you becoming rich and poor, but in terms of with whom you will continue the journey. So you will continue the journey with those with whom either you have some kind of attachment or some kind of aversion or some kind of wanting or desire. Three things.
Mm.
So, as you are dying, and if you are still attached to someone, or if you are still angry on someone, or if you are still wanting something from someone, these three things gets carried forward. And in that carry forward, the next storyline is based on. But they can make you rich and they can make you suffer. They can make you poor and they can make you suffer. They can make you very healthy and still make you suffer. And they can make you very sick and still make you suffer.
Got it. But sir, I've observed one thing ever since I have come into spirituality, that is during the COVID times. Before that, I had a normal job, good life. I was having party, consuming liquors with friends, non-veg, this, that. But ever since I came into spirituality, I quit everything. I read Bhagavad Gita. I was reading some Upanishads and hearing discourse online. Then I came into Krishna consciousness. I did Reiki 2 levels and access consciousness. But these things did not help me. After coming to spirituality, there was no, we'll call it man ki shanti, there was no peace. Rather than I have found there have been a lot of more struggles than before. There was no end to the struggles. So why such thing when you are on the right path and still facing so much of struggles? job wise, family wise, health wise. So that was quite disturbing.
People assume that spirituality is the right path. It is not the right path. It is just another path. Just like religion is not the right path, it is just another path. People assume materialistic life is a wrong path. It is not a wrong path, it is just another path. So you have one set of activities in the materialistic world, you have another set of activities in the spiritual world. But just because the set of activities changes, it doesn't mean you will come into a place of peace and bliss.
But
On the,
will that eliminate some of our bad karmas that we did in the past if we do nam jap or something like that?
you see, the whole problem with karma is you may do a lot of nam jap, but at the end of the day, if you are still attached with your wife or son, you are having karma. If at the end of the day you are still wanting something, whether it is money, name, fame, or whether it is trying to prove something to the world, you're still having karma. So, because you do not know what karma is, that is why you are not able to understand that all this nam jap does nothing.
Correct.
Zero.
Because there are preachers apparently who are telling do nam jap and you'll
Of
be
course, they
away
are
from.
saying that because the king has told them that this is
Hmm.
what you should preach. And depending
Yeah.
on which religion you are in, they are preaching accordingly. Even in the Muslims, they are preaching. Even in the Christians, they are preaching. And of course, you know the what Hindu priests are preaching. But all are of no use.
Hmm. So all these thoughts they were put in our mind since our childhood. Go to temple, don't lie, don't steal. You think this all wrong notions or how it is?
It is not a question of wrong because then there has to be something right. But there is no such
Mhm.
thing as right.
Oh, it's just judgment or point of views that you're trying to
No,
say?
that is the way they are binding you. Everything
Okay,
is about bondage. They are binding you in culture, they are binding you in religion, they are binding you in spirituality, they are binding you in your knowledge, they are binding you in the roles that you play. Because for every role that you have, they give you a set of ethics, morality, they give you a set of to do things and not to do certain things. These are all binding. And why are you
hmm,
being bound for only one reason? That you do not go to that one which we call as the Supreme God or Paramatma, that you do not go to that one.
correct. But why did Paramatma come so late? Just 2 years ago, and before that, it was King's Raj. It was all his wills and wishes. So why did he come so late?
He came late because now his children wants to go back. He did not come
Hmm.
for the humans.
Got it. And sir, I lost my father recently 3 months ago. So he never saw your picture, or unfortunately, he did not know about you. Even I just came to know about you a month ago. So did he get moksha, or is he coming back to this earth?
Yeah, he will go back.
So he will never have the other life, right?
No, he won't.
Okay. And sir, one more question, if time permits. Because otherwise so difficult to get in touch with you. So I am a Vipassana meditator. I had been a Vipassana meditator from past 2 years. So, but I don't do practice now completely. I stopped all the rituals. I even don't go to my home temple. It's like a curfew for me. Because I was doing bhog, I was keeping Ekadashi fasting. I used to do Radhe, Krishna, Mala, Jap, everything possible. That didn't make my mind peace or give me some kind of inner happiness. But meditation, of course, it gave me some kind of vision, some kind of relief. But having said that, I have stopped going to Vipassana also But they call me for doing the seva. It has nothing to do with religious practice because Vipassana doesn't follow any religious practice. They call the volunteers people to come and help. Whoever the new student come. So is it right if I go there or I
No,
should not do that
that
also?
will disconnect you from Paramatma.
Okay. Although it is not nothing to do with religious activities.
No, but you are still getting involved. It is spiritual.
Oh, I see. Because as I said, I don't do mala jab, nothing. I've stopped completely while I was reading your book.
That is religious, but this is spiritual. Vipassana is spiritual.
Even you don't meditate, but you try and help people out there by
No,
filling the forms.
you're helping others to meditate.
Ah, okay. And so, can I also share my grief with the book cover or with the healing card on behalf of my wife and daughter?
Oh yeah, only one look they have to take and the work is done.
Yeah, yeah. They both have the cards, but I'm not
And
sure if
that
they're sharing their griefs with the card.
so they so the job is done. So I didn't get the question. What do you want to share now?
So they have got the card. Like I got four cards with the book. I talk to the card every day, healing card. But I'm not sure if they also share their pains and griefs with the card. But if I do on their behalf, is that
Okay,
okay?
no, you cannot do on their behalf.
I cannot do. And so
No.
I downloaded the card on 16th of July, and then from 17th I started talking to the card. Then on 29th of July I got the book with the card, and from there I started continuing talking to the book and the digital, I mean the healing card. Is that okay? Because I
Yeah,
keep
that is
switching
okay.
sometime with the digital card, sometime with the
That is
actual
okay.
card.
That is okay.
And okay, and while I was reading the book, I stopped practicing all my ritual practices. I did not finish completing the book, but I stopped completely everything. So even if I lit a diya, is that okay or is not that
You're
okay?
lighting the diya to whom?
Just in the home, that's it. In the
God says
evening
the only
time.
time God allows diya to be lighted is in Diwali, and that too only for the decoration of the house, not for any deities.
Only for okay, for any deity. So what about the god idols that I have in my mandir? What should I do with that? Because my wife still is doing ritual practices.
Exactly. So keep it for them.
Okay. So no problem, right? Because as I
No
said, I
problem.
don't do it, but they have to. For now, she's doing it. Maybe moving forward, she might also discontinue.
If no one is using that place, then dispose them off. But currently, let them be where they are.
And so, am I connected to
Oh
Paramatma?
yes, you are connected.
So just in case if I lose the connection with Paramatma, because human beings, if I do any error or mistake, is it possible to reconnect with
Yeah.
Paramatma?
Not having my connection with you, God, may I have your grace, God.
I've been also talking to both. It has been 30 days. I see that, I have got some realization that the spiritual practices, all these are wrong fed in our mind, and it has nothing to do with any kind of good karma or bad karma. That realization I have got after reading the book. And now I'm at peace and little at ease because there is no burden on me. There is no heaviness. Oh, I have to do puja. I have to go there. I have to do ekadashi ka fasting. That thing has helped me, and thanks to you. But
Okay.
so having said that, if somebody calls me to the house for Ganpati puja, or
You
just
can
to
go to
meet,
their house, don't sit in the puja, and don't take the prasad.
don't take the
Otherwise,
pressure.
whatever they have cooked, you can eat.
Yeah, but once you go, of course, you have to, do the puja, fold hands, and apply. I don't to tell them the reason, but I will just get away of it. I
That
would
you
make
have
some
to
stories.
manage. Maybe you go late or whatever you do.
Yeah. Okay. So, sir, if I'm getting away from spiritual practices, so king is not getting upset or will give me some troubles in
See,
life.
king is always upset with everyone who connects with God. That's why I tell people no need to connect. One look at the picture, the job is done. You continue your journey with the king.
Okay, so having said that, now still my etheric body will have all those grime which is meant
No,
for the king.
God will clean them up. At the time of your death, nothing will be left.
So my etheric body will not go to the king.
No. All
So
your
all the
bodies,
energy bodies
all your bodies are going back to God.
going back to God. Okay, so
So
that
king
is
will
the
not
last
have
line.
anything to feed on.
So I need not worry about king and what he wants to
Nothing.
do. Nothing like that. All right. Okay. My question is now, since there won't be any birth for me since I've connected to you, Paramatma. So if I die, for example, taking some debt or loan, or somebody has to pay me and that is not cleared, and then I die, then how that the settlement takes place?
Normally, all these settlements are written in the storyline that they will not be cleared.
Okay.
But people say that if I do not clear people's debt, it is carried forward to the next lifetime.
Correct.
But
Yeah.
there is no next lifetime for the souled beings. So God is going to neutralize all these so called financial debts. So whether you are to receive or whether you are to give, both are going to get cancelled when you die.
Okay. So if there is anything undone or unfinished, it won't have any impact
It
because there
won't
won't
have
be life
any
again.
impact.
Okay. And sir, I have this habit of prayer morning and evening, like before I go to bed. So is there any prayer that I could do to remain in connection with Paramatma because of that old habit pattern?
You can just do some releasing everything in this day that took me away from God. May I have your grace, God. That
Yeah,
would be the
that I've
best
been
prayer.
doing. Sometimes what happens when I wake up in the morning, I visualize you and Goddess, in my thoughts. Then I do my prayers that please have blessing on me and may have your grace, God. This is now my practice. Earlier it was different when I was into bhakti and nam jap and all. Now that is gone. And
Okay.
sir, if I wear a ring, like I've been wearing this ring, yellow sapphire, from past many years, is it okay if I continue wearing it?
Yeah, it is okay.
Although it has nothing to do with any religious
Now
practice.
you can continue wearing it.
Even the locket with Ganesha, that is only for accessories, not for, again, religious
That God is
practice.
saying don't do.
Okay, I already removed before you could tell me.
Okay.
And sir, if I show your image that I have uh, on the video call to my mother and my in-laws because they all are 80 aged, is that okay without telling them about you as Pradip sir or as
Uh,
Paramatma ji?
God is saying through video, if you show, it will not work. It has to be, uh, you have to send my image on the WhatsApp. And someone,
Okay.
actually, you cannot even send my image on WhatsApp.
Hmm.
It has to
Or
be
if I tell you
downloaded.
Google you,
It has to be downloaded from the website.
yeah, that image I have from the website downloaded. If I
Now
send them,
they
is it okay?
that will not do.
Oh,
Or the best thing I tell you is this: send the YouTube link. They
okay.
don't need to see the YouTube. Just that image when it will come when the YouTube starts. That is enough.
Or maybe whenever I go to India, if I show
Oh,
them
then it
your
is
image
perfect. That is perfect.
without giving any further information.
No need to give any information.
So, is there any condition applied to be in connection with Paramatma? Like you can't consume non-veg or
No, no, no.
have liquor.
No
Although I'm
such
not
thing.
into this,
No,
but in general, I'm asking.
no problem. Both of these are no issue.
No issues. And sir, if I have to go to Gurdwara, is it okay just to have the langar, or I can't do that
No,
also?
langar is no. So
Langar is no.
all the langars in all the mandirs and gurdwara is no, because that is kind of a prasad.
Okay, all right. Yes, I'm a certified numerologist, so I do take paid consultations, and sometimes I give free to my close friends. So am I so allowed to keep this practice on, or I just should quit it?
Okay, God is saying you are allowed to do.
Okay, because why I'm asking, because when I give remedies, it has to do something related to God, the spiritual
No,
activities, all
remedies
those
you are
stuff.
not allowed to give.
Okay, I can't give remedies.
You can only predict or read their
The
personality,
chart.
chart or
Okay.
personality, whatever.
Yeah, because here in numerology, it's very important to give remedies to get rid of the issues, minor issues. Although I'm not pro into numerology, but still,
I don't know. I mean, I could only communicate what I got.
all right. So no remedies.
No remedies.
Okay, perfect. And so, am I allowed to give water to the plant like tulsi plant? We have five tulsis at home.
Or you can give. They are
Okay,
not,
because
I mean, do not worship that tulsi plant, but just
no,
like a
no,
plant, you can give it
as a
water.
plant only. Yeah. Why I'm
Yes.
asking, because that will be an help for my wife, because she has to on now I'm not doing it, so she has to
Ah,
do
it's okay.
everything.
You can give
So I
them.
can give
It is
water to
just,
tulsi,
yeah,
right?
it is just like gardening.
Okay, perfect. And sir, I live in Dubai, so every month we have a group sitting. When a guru comes and he gives the, the what do you call it, satsang or discourse on Krishna. So am I allowed to attend
Mm.
that or no? Not even online. Okay, so now it's a very big responsibility on me to say no to those guys who will invite me for Ganesh Puja and for the spiritual things. So because I've been very
You,
active.
you can tell them that I am now connected with something greater than what you are currently uh, connecting with. And so I would ask you to please excuse me.
Yeah, because I've been very active on the discourses and satsang online and offline.
I can
But okay,
understand. Mm,
yeah, so I have to just give it away. Fine.
yes.
And yeah, that's it, sir. Now I don't remember, but yeah, these are the main questions. And sir, when I say God, I'm not referring to the God, but to Paramatma, because sometimes I say God bless you, or I have this habit. So is that okay to say that?
Don't say God bless you because
Okay,
you are not meant to forward the blessings of God to others.
I see. I see. If
So,
somebody wishes me like Radhe Radhe Ram Ram, can I
so
give the reply in the same
just
fashion?
fold your hands. Just send
Okay,
this one. Or you
okay.
say namaste.
So I should not even say Ram Ram or Radhe Radhe, nothing, right? Okay. Now I said, is it okay?
Now
Because
this is okay.
I want to make sure I follow it thoroughly. Because when I follow something, I put all my soul and heart into it. So I don't want to do any small mistakes also. So I'm very particular in this kind. That's why I'm asking you small things.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you, Emanji. Right.
Thank you.
Sarojji.
Good morning, Paramatma ji.
Yes. Good morning.
Paramatma ji, how are you? I'm feeling so lucky.
I'm good.
So, Paramatma ji, first of all, thank you very much for the truth you have shared in your book and the wisdom and the pages. And for me, it's like a gift, and that book has completely changed my life. So, I feel like I am seeing the world in a very new way. I mean, it's a totally new way. My life has turned around 180 degrees, and I'm so grateful for you for that. So, thank you very much for the guidance and for revealing the truth to me. So, Paramatma ji, I've seen almost all of your podcasts and I have got most of my answers of my questions. But I do have some questions for myself and for my family. So, can I ask you those questions?
Okay.
Okay.
Please
So,
do.
Paramatma ji, I have read your book, and my understanding of the king of the universe is that he was basically the helper of the real son of the god. So, am I correct in my understanding? And secondly,
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Paramatma ji, I have read the book, and
Uh,
my understanding of the king of the universe is that he was basically the helper of the son of the god. He was
Hmm.
not the son of the real God directly, but he was the helper of the son of the God. So, am I
No,
correct in my
no,
understanding?
no, no. The helper created this one.
Oh, I see. It was opposite.
So first there was God, then there was the Son of God who was asked to do a job. He didn't do the job, he created the helper, and the helper created the king from the anger that he cast on the egg.
Yes, that detail was written in your book. So it means that I need to read it again. And secondly, Paramatma, this earth is, as you have told, that it is divided into two systems or two belief systems like liberation and salvation. So does reincarnation happens or not? Does it depends upon your belief or it happens automatically?
The first thing you have to understand what is the meaning of reincarnation. Reincarnation means taking birth again. Okay. Now the question that comes up, who is going to take birth again? Now this identity called Sarosh is not going to take birth again. Your memories are not going to come back. Your personality is not going to come back. Your physical body is not going to come back. Now all these things are not going to come back. Now question is what will come back? Now you will say my soul will come back, but the soul never goes anywhere and never comes anywhere because the soul is writing the story. Then you will say my spirit will come back. No, your spirit is basically a part of the, like I say, a wave is a part of the ocean. So spirit will merge back into the ocean and another spirit will rise, which will take come into your next lifetime. So what is truly taking birth? If you analyze it from that sense, nothing is taking birth again except that other than your astral energy body, all the other 10 energy bodies are again coming into the next incarnation. Now, these energy bodies are not a part of your personality, not a part of your human journey, not a part of your human body, and not a part of your human mind. So, question then comes up, is reincarnation really happening? Or it is something that we are assuming to be happening. So, if you examine closely, there is no such thing as reincarnation, and yet it is there. Why it is there? Your leftover of past life is carried forward, and from that, a whole new set of story is written. But as the story is written, let's say you and your father, two humans, sourced by two souls, if both of you are still having attachment, then in the next incarnation, these two souls will again create two characters, may not be father and son, maybe as two friends, or maybe as boss and employee, or maybe as neighbors. So now this is a carried forward, and you will say, last life we were father and son, this life we are neighbors or we are friends. But
Okay,
then,
Paramatma.
what is it about the last life which is here? Neither the memory, nor the story, nor the programming, nor the personality, nor the physical body. The
Okay, Paramatma.
only thing that remains, and this is what we call karma. Karma is only three things: your attachment, your aversion, your wanting.
Hmm.
If you are still desiring something in the next lifetime, you will continue to desire that. You may get and you may not get. Even if you get, your desires are not going to stop. You will want more, better, or different.
Okay.
So it is ongoing. And why is it happening like this? Because the king doesn't want you to come to a place of wanting nothing, having no attachment, and having no aversion.
King wants me to want me again and again and wanting more and more.
Yeah, it wants you to remain attached, it wants you to be having aversion, and it wants you to desire. The three
Okay.
fundamental things that the king wants from every humans, because that is what will create the food for the king.
Okay, Paramatma ji, thank you very much. And secondly, Paramatma ji, I have been diagnosed with a skin disease. It's been difficult, not just physically, but emotionally too. So I have been talking to your healing card for more than 30 days, but nothing significant changed. So should I keep asking? And secondly, because of this skin disease, am I being punished by the king of this universe because now I am following you? Is that the
You
reason?
see, the skin disease itself is not the punishment. The skin disease is a source of your pain or suffering. In itself, the skin disease is nothing. It is just like you have a hand, and so you have certain eruptions on your skin. So either way, they don't mean anything. They are neutral. But you are wanting freedom from that which has come up on your skin. And in wanting that, you create your pain and suffering. But I am not saying that you must not get it treated. Well, God says that always go to people who can treat you. It may be allopathy, it may be Ayurvedic, it may be homeopathy.
Okay, Paramatma ji. I am having the treatment from the doctor. Thank you very
Yeah,
much. So, Paramatma ji, secondly, I was a big fan of astrology and numerology, and I was too much into the occult sciences. I read a lot about those sciences. In fact, I started learning myself sometimes back. So, after reading your book and after reading all your podcasts and everything, can I still follow the only the remedies which are prescribed by the astrology and numerology just to balance the planets, for example, Surya worship, and if I do
God's,
that, will I be
God says no. You
okay?
can do this, all the malefic effects of the deities, of the planetary deities. May I have your grace, God? Basically, you see, the effect is not from the planet, but the deities of the planet.
Yes,
The planet itself is inert, it doesn't affect us. It is the deities that affect us.
so Paramatma ji, it is same about the yoga and the idea of about awakening the Kundalini energy. I was reading a lot about this for a long time. So can I follow this path like practice yoga and do exercises to awaken that
Yoga for
energy?
the sake of your day to day well being, that is yes, but not for awakening Kundalini. So,
So
so no Kriya Yoga, nothing.
so should I not do those exercises which awaken the Kundalini energy?
No.
Okay,
Only
Paramatma ji.
physical well being. Hatha Yoga.
Hatha yoga. Okay, Paramatma ji. And Paramatma ji, lastly, I know that I can ask this question directly to the healing card, but I would like to take this opportunity because I'm sitting right in front of you. So, can I ask you to help me to align my energy body so that it can work in full potential and harmony? And can I ask you for the
No,
wisdom
I
and
do not.
understanding?
We do not do any healing in this place.
Okay, so can I ask for the wisdom and understanding so that I can make right decisions in the life?
No, no. You see, do not ask anything positive. Share the negative.
Okay, Paramatma ji. And Paramatma ji, am I connected with you? Because
Yeah,
I
you
want
are
to be connected
connected.
with you 24/7, 365 days.
You are connected.
And can I still ask these blessings and ask these grace for my wife and for my children also?
No,
Okay. And
only for
last,
you.
only for myself. And lastly, Paramatma I have got that healing card in my phone. So I usually, while I'm traveling, while I'm walking, while I'm in the office, I usually open that card and talk to you. So is it okay?
Oh, yes, it is okay.
So Paramatma ji, thank you so much, and
Okay.
I hope we will be connected with you all the time.
Okay. Thank you, Sarojji.
Thank you, Paramatma ji.
गोपाल जी।
परमात्मा जी को मेरा कोटि कोटि प्रणाम.
जी।
Thank you so much for coming to our lives, and thank you so much for giving me opportunity to talk to you. Definitely, you have changed my life in all respect. Thank you so much. I need your guidance. I don't have question. I need your guidance. So the guidance I need is whatever time is left with human, how to live with more connectivity with Paramatma and get less influence by Karl Matrix Hawks.
There is no such thing as more connectivity or less connectivity. There is just connectivity or no connectivity. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
That is the first understanding. The
Right.
second understanding is you remain connected with God when you have said, I choose God in my life.
Yes.
That is the second understanding. The third
Right.
understanding is what will take you away from God is if you practice three things. Number one, religious practices. Number two, spiritual practices. And number three, healing practices, which are connected with the angels, which are connected with energy, which are connected with consciousness, which are connected with deities. So all these things, healing practices, if you practice or if you take or if you teach, you will get disconnected from God. These are the only, and another thing that will disconnect you from God is if anyone attacks you, or if you meet a person who is very negative, or if you go to a place which is very negative. Now this can be reversed.
Okay.
All you have to say, I am disconnected with you. May I have your grace, God?
Mhm.
Number one, all the attacks on me, may I have your grace, God?
Mhm.
All the negative energies in me, may I have your grace, God? All the black magic being done on me, may I have your grace, God? Everything unclean in my house, may I have your grace, God? So
Mhm.
these are the ways you again reverse the disconnection.
Okay. Thank you. The another question is the energy body given by Paramatma. Is any way to nourish it?
No, you cannot.
Okay. Okay.
If you try, you will get disconnected from God.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, am I connected fully with God?
Yes, you are connected.
Okay. Thank you so much. This is my question.
Okay. Thank you,
Thank you.
Gopal ji.
Thank you.
Chaitanya ji. Yes.
Namaste, Paramatma.
Namaskar.
Uh, am I connected with God?
Yeah, you are connected with God.
Thank you. So I have a few questions.
Yes.
So you said that Paramatma told Mr. Pradip Mukherjee that he's the ultimate, right? So then, like I'm an engineer, so I have a logical mind which keeps questioning me, and I keep getting these bothering questions. So how do you answer the issue of infinite regress? So what I mean is, let's say somebody says I'm the ultimate, then question arises, who created you? Then somebody says, okay, God 1 created God 2, then who created God 1, right? So this keeps like endlessly, right? So how did Pradip Mukherjee realize, or like what the confirmation that this is not infinite regress play, and there cannot be anybody like who created Paramatma? So how did Mr. Pradip Mukherjee come to that conclusion?
Did you not see my earlier videos where I have answered that?
You have so many videos and they are so interesting, but it just
Okay, let me answer it again. Okay.
Sorry about like if you are sorry about that.
So this human doesn't believe he is God. Number one.
Hmm.
Number two, this human says, I am God because the human has been asked to say that.
Okay.
Number three, it is the will of God that this human be known as God because the face of this human is the face of God.
Right.
Number four, the experience of this human is nothing more than the experience of any other human, which means this human goes through all kind of negativity, all kind of wanting.
Okay.
So next line is this human is not enlightened, this human is not holy, this human is not saintly, this human is not anything more than a normal human that all others are.
Okay.
But for the sake of the work of God, this human proclaims that I am God. He
Okay.
just proclaims. But just because he proclaims, this human has no power of God, no awareness of God, no capacity to do miracles of God, no capacity to heal people, no capacity to really go into people's mind and know what they are thinking, no capacity to control anything, no capacity to change anything, no capacity to manifest anything.
I see.
So this is the whole thing. And within that, you will understand why I am saying I am God, yet I am only a human.
Right. But again, let me ask you differently. So, uh, how do I convince my logical mind that king is not God? Right? Because king can also claim that he's ultimate. He has been claiming that he's
He
ultimate.
has been.
Right? And at the same time, now Paramatma is a new. I mean, it's a very big upgradation for me because I've been doing spirituality for last several years, but nothing comes close to your wisdom. I'm really honest with that, right? But still, the skeptical mind says, okay, what if Adiyogi or Mahadev himself is Paramatma and he's just portraying that he's not. I mean, he's not Paramatma, and I don't know. Like these are skeptical questions that keep coming to my mind, and as a result, there is some resistance uh, to. Although I don't do any meditations anymore, I've stopped doing that. Not because of you as such, but because I became parent last year and I don't have time to do meditations and anything. Because even if they have like they claim that it's 30 minutes, 40 minutes, really big amount of time when you have a kid in the home, right? Like a small infant in the home. So that was the reason I stopped meditation. And in a good way, I mean, I don't miss that, or I mean, in a way, the answers that I was seeking, I only could find from your discourses. I don't want to name anybody here, but your discourses were the absolute answers that I was seeking. So I'm really thankful to that. But at the same time, I still see that resistance. That what if you are Adiyoki himself or you are Mahadev himself portraying to be somebody else, and so that is the skepticism I just want to get over with. So how do I do it?
Okay.
Let me ask. Yeah.
There are two words, sanity and insanity. Okay. Uh, the difference between sanity and insanity, okay, let's say what is insanity. One of the definition of insanity has many definitions. One of the definition of insanity is doing the same thing again and again and every time expecting different results,
Right.
right?
That's
That is,
Einstein's quote. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, that is one definition of
Mm.
insanity. But there is another definition of insanity which says do not ask questions which you are not capable of resolving and coming to a conclusion.
Mm.
That means do not ask a question whose answer lies in a dimension that you are
Mm.
not able to access, that you are not able to verify, that you are not able to double check.
Makes sense.
That being so, once you are troubled with all these questions, which create doubt, which create resistance, which create hesitation, the best thing is to release them. Why? Because what is the whole purpose of being insane? You are not here,
Just
you have a few days to live.
mm,
Whether they are months, years, it doesn't matter, but it's still a
right.
few days. And why not I really enjoy these few days? And if I am to enjoy these few days, I need to have sanity in me. And that being so, I do not want to engage in questions which are not answerable.
Understood.
But the point here is, how did God come across to the humans? God says, you cannot check me out. You
Mm,
cannot know whether I am God or not. I am not going to perform miracles to convince you.
right.
I am not going to control your mind to force
Mm,
it to believe in me.
right.
But I want to remain in a place, I want you to remain in a place of skepticism and doubt.
Mm,
But use God as a utility.
right.
Utility to see if it gives you some kind of freedom from your insanity or from
Mm,
your pain or from your suffering.
right.
So I present God as a utility, not on someone who has to be believed, not on
Mm,
someone who has to be revered, not
mm,
as someone who has to be worshipped.
that's a really enlightening answer, sir. So, second question. When I was a kid, it was very stupid question for me, that what came first, chicken or egg, right? But turns out that's a very radical question. And to this date, I don't have, or anybody doesn't have a convincing answer to that question. So, how would you, how does God would like to answer this question, if you will so?
What if both came together?
That is also a
Then
possibility.
yeah, because you
Yeah.
never allowed that to come. You only said
Mm,
whether chicken or egg. I said, why
right.
not bring in a third factor that both came together? Then you will say, no, that is not possible. Why it
Mm,
is not possible? Because if there is no chicken, then there cannot be egg. And if
mm.
there is no egg, there cannot be chicken.
Their chicken, right?
Okay. But you are assuming that the world that you live in is real. You are
Oh.
never telling, you are never putting a question mark. What if the world is unreal but appearing to be real? And I am
Mm,
forced to believe that it is real. Because if it
mm.
is unreal, both can crop up, both can show up in reality simultaneously.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then a
yeah.
circle starts,
Right.
that egg becomes chicken and chicken becomes egg.
Mm, mm. Right, right. That's very humorous way to answer. So third question is, when 30 days time is given. I mean, I've been following you for more than 30 days, and God's direction is either choose king or God, right? But at the same time, you have asserted in many of your podcasts that humans don't have free will, right? So if that is so, then what what faculty in us, in humans, that chooses either king or God?
When God comes into the picture for the first time, you have a capacity to choose. Till God came into the picture, there never was a capacity to choose.
Oh, okay. So it's just a blessing of God that we
Only through
can.
the blessing of God, you are given this option. Minus
Hmm,
God, you have no option.
right, and which makes sense because there are many things that happened in my life which I don't even know I could control or I couldn't control. And even today, even if I have chosen God, I still see that experience. Like I
Of course,
cannot.
that will
Yeah.
continue.
Right. Right.
In
Right.
that area, you will not have free will.
Right, right. So, okay, so if that is the case, that means I always regret sometimes that I shouldn't have done that in the past, and then what if I did that instead of that? So all this part of the multi-faceted faceted storylines that I had, like multi-potential storyline, or there is just one storyline that I experience, or how do I?
Okay. You see, every human, when they take birth, there are actually parallel versions of the storyline happening.
Oh,
But only in this storyline, God has come into the picture. In all the parallel storylines, the let's say let's say you wanted to marry someone, but you married someone else. Okay. But in
mm.
another version, you have married the one you wanted to marry.
Oh,
So, like this, every time there was a choice, major choice in life, which you did not take, you have already taken them in another version. So, these
okay.
parallel storylines are all continuing
Oh,
because everything we live in a world of illusion, and the creator has no problem in creating one dozen storyline but simultaneously going on.
okay.
But the question is, did God, let's say you have 12 versions of you going on. Did
Mm.
God come in all the 12 versions? No. God only came into this version of your storyline.
Okay.
And in the end, as you die, all the other storylines will merge and get deleted.
So it sounds to me like a simulation, and there are
Of course, it's a simulation, including the
uh,
current one.
because there are growing number of scientists. I'm actually in America right now, so who believe that we are living in a simulation conducted by higher power. So is that higher power king, or like a
Ultimately
king's
king, but there is a
ultimate?
hierarchy, and in that
Okay.
hierarchy there are many agencies who create these simulations depending on what the simulation is.
Okay, okay. So when we say, when you see your photo just once, even for a moment, uh, I know for a human's perspective it's not a valid question, but will will my soul be now happy, or like what he or she must be thinking now, and like
The soul actually is not like happy or sad in the way the human is, but
mm,
yes, it is true that the soul wants to go back home.
mm,
And the moment you see the face of God, the soul automatically now has completed the journey in the domain of the king, and the soul is going to go back. But then
yeah,
there are other energy bodies which the human is having, which also has to go back because they cannot remain here. So they
right,
also will go back after the human dies.
right. And I'm an ardent follower of Swami Vivekananda. I mean, even if you have said repeatedly that uh, he's also some way connected to King, maybe knowingly or unknowingly through Paramahansa
Yeah,
Ramakrishna, right? So till that time, I was still following him, and even to this day, I sometimes read his discourses when I have some doubts or some questions. And one of the thing that's like sticks to me from his discourse is, you are atma or soul, and where is the notion of coming and going, because you are omnipresent, right? So that kind of resonates with me, because in some sense it makes sense, because there has to be something which is absolute. Maybe it's Paramatma, or sorry to say, maybe it's king, but there has to be something unchanging with respect to that we in the relative world, be it simulation or relative world, whatever you call it, matrix, with respect to something that is unchanging, these things are changing, right? So is, in that case, if there is something which is unchanging, unshakable, right? How can there be like two unshakable entities? One is Paramatma and one is God. Or, I mean, sorry, one is Paramatma and one is Mahadev, or one is soul and one is Param soul or Paramatma, right? So it again becomes like a one to many relationship, even in that absolute, right?
but
So
why you are assuming that only one will be unshakable? Why cannot there be multiple?
then
I got it
ultimately,
that Vivekanand said you are Atma. I got that.
hmm,
But the point is, why Atma is the only thing that is unshakable?
Yeah, I
Vivekananda
mean,
did not say that there cannot be anything more than Atma which are not unshakable or
no, no,
which
no.
are
He
shakable.
never even used the word unshakable. This
But
is just my
you are
interpretation.
thinking in that line.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm thinking in that line. So, long story short, my question is, okay. So there can be more than one things which are absolute, right? Is the kind of message I'm getting?
Uh, when you speak of absolute, again, there is a hierarchy to the absolute. Absolute means which is the ultimate.
Right.
But let's say in your house, when you were growing up, your father was the absolute because his decision prevailed.
Correct.
So in our universe, the king is the absolute because the decision of the king prevails,
Ah.
including including on all the souls.
Okay.
But the soul is again the absolute from the point of view that the soul is immortal, but the king is not immortal
Right. Because of the curse of the god.
because of the curse. Otherwise, king
Yes.
was immortal.
Right.
If
Right.
the curse is lifted again, king will become immortal.
Correct.
So,
Correct.
from depending on how you look at it.
Hmm.
But then when God comes in, now God comes in from another domain.
Hmm.
And everything in this domain originally belonged to the domain of God because
Right.
the 21 universes came
Yes.
from there.
Correct.
So the when God comes in, now he becomes the absolute. When there
Ah.
was no God here, then king was the absolute.
Absolute.
But as far as you are concerned, the soul is the absolute.
Ah. Okay. Okay. Now it makes sense. So in a way,
Okay.
there is a hierarchy. Soul.
No,
Right.
it's a question of from where you are looking. If you are the center, then soul is the absolute. If
Correct.
universe is the center, then king is the absolute. If the totality is in the center, then God is the absolute.
Correct. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense now. So another question I have is, what is black hole that we see in, like, it's a growing we I see a lot of science documentaries, and when you say our grime is eaten by the king, right? I It struck me like something scientific concept like a black hole. So are these related in any way, or just my imagination that is like, because
You have heard about portals,
to some extent, yes.
which are doorways,
Yes.
dimensional doorways.
Yeah, I have but heard about it, but yeah, never like
So
experienced it as
now
such.
no one knows about the dimensional doorways, but black hole is the dimensional doorway that we are observing in our third dimension.
Okay.
And if anything passes through the black hole, one assumes that they generally dematerialize.
Yes,
But
that
it
has
is
that.
not true. It passes into another dimension. But
Oh,
from the perspective of the third dimension, from where we are looking, we notice it is no more.
right.
So we say it has dematerialized.
I see.
But if
Because
you were to see, if you had dimensional access, you'd clearly observe something entering from the third dimension and coming out through that portal or doorway into another dimension. And nothing got dematerialized.
so, is it similar to the portal from Mansarovar from where God initially
Yeah,
came?
that is one of the things.
Hmm, hmm,
But the
hmm.
whole problem is that portal is not in the third dimension, so we cannot see
Right,
it. We cannot access it. But the black hole is in the third dimension. But the
right.
other part where it opens is not in the third dimension.
I see. So it goes to higher dimension or lower dimension?
It can go either way.
Either way. Okay. 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 So it is a scientifically observable phenomena, but it also has some
Anything
metaphysical
which is in
aspects.
third dimension is a scientific observable phenomena.
Yes, but this black hole particularly has some metaphysical aspects also, right? not
It has
just.
metaphysical aspects because we do not know what exactly a portal is. And so
Hmm.
we are studying the black hole to know that.
Right, right, right. Okay, okay,
But,
okay. Then,
but we are studying the black hole from a perspective of the third dimension. But if
yeah.
you study the black hole from the other dimension, it will appear to be totally different.
I see. Yeah, but we cannot even like. I mean, we
We
at least
humans
my,
don't have the
yeah, don't
access to
have.
the other part, other
Correct,
side.
correct. Right, right. So may I ask, did you do any sadhana to get all these access to
No,
like
no, no.
perceptive?
I have no sadhana.
So you were just chosen
I was a
one.
guy. I was a guy who was enjoying life thoroughly.
Right. I'm also doing that, but I somehow cannot get all these perceptive powers. I mean, I'm not like I totally. So I tell
I
you
did. I
honestly,
didn't
yeah.
even have any psychic powers.
Right. Right.
I was totally gross.
You are honestly, sir. Your simplicity is what is like
It's not a
absolutely.
simplicity. I'm actually saying it.
No, no,
That
no. I'm not. So let me finish. Sorry. I've been seeing many gurus on YouTube, including foreign, like the foreigner, including our Indians, many other places on YouTube is like currently our generation's
yeah,
like a you know that like it's a
it is a
you
world
can get
for
everything
us.
world for us,
Yes.
yes. So I've been on this pursuit of enlightenment, quote unquote, for like last 12, 13 years. Yeah, I'm getting some benefits. I found peace of mind and some joy, and I'm not very competitive in my work environment. I don't like, okay, I'm happy with whatever I'm getting. I'm not like super competitive. So these things are helping me inside I'm feeling peaceful, joyful, but still there are like many questions which were unanswered, and only you you came out of nowhere and answered all the questions in one stroke.
Okay.
So that is, I'm really thankful to you. I mean, absolutely thankful to you. And sometimes I also feel maybe I'm going again out of my logical mind, but my father recently passed away 10 months ago,
Mm.
and sometimes I feel that my father himself is talking through you, talking to me through you. So
Mhm.
is this a possibility, or I'm just like hallucinating because I'm not able to cope up with the loss?
Your father's soul has gone to God, but his
Hmm.
astral body is still with you and he
Okay.
is talking with you, which is true. He is around
Oh.
you. You might
Hmm.
sometimes feel him or you might
Yeah.
see it happening through your dream. Either way, it can happen.
Right.
But then, right now, he is with you. How long
Yes.
he will be with you, that I cannot say.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm even my mom also feels the same. That so just one coincidence. She was visiting me up until last week, and she flew back on Saturday. And she from San Francisco, she went to London to Mumbai. Both her flights, her next seat was empty. It was very coincidental.
Oh, okay.
And then I just jokingly said maybe father was traveling with you after
Yes,
all.
he was there.
Yeah, exactly. I'm getting goosebumps because my gut feeling was right, and even my mom also felt the same. And of course, we miss him a lot. Uh, but it is what it is. He died unfortunately of a cancer, rare type of cancer. 6 months,
Mhm.
like last year, we were struggling. My mom, myself, my sister, my wife, my Jija, everybody. We had a nice a son 2 years ago, and 1 year ago, my father passed away. It was like a roller coaster ride for us. But after he passed away, then only you appeared in my life. So I always feel that he's the one who facilitated me to the right direction, because when he was alive, he told me without naming names, don't follow this guru, don't follow that guru, because he knows all this. Maybe he also had a very good perceptive powers.
Mhm.
He claimed that he once felt experience of levitation to me.
Okay.
So I know he was a very highly evolved spiritual being, and to this day I admire him a lot. And I always think him as my. I'm lucky to have him as my guru. So and like a biological father at the same time my guru. So I really miss him, but at the same time I don't miss him, because whenever I look at you, I sometimes feel that he's talking to me through you,
Okay.
through the portal called Mr. Pradip Mukherjee. So I'm thankful to you in that sense.
Okay.
And yeah, and it's a very good assurance that you told me that he is now with God. So his soul is with God, which really means a lot. I mean, honestly, as a materialist, because our generation, I'm like 41, 40 years now. Our generation is like more of money, dollars, this six-figure salary. For us, this mukti, moksha, and all those things, even my wife or my friends or my close relatives, they don't even care about all those things. But somehow I do. I don't know. It's an innate understanding in me, or I don't know where it comes from. Sometimes I feel like an outlier because of that, but it is what it is. I still, but sometimes I do feel, what is the value of moksha, right? What's wrong with earth? Why not stay here, right? These kind of questions also come, but that's okay. Maybe, like you said, there are two types of insanity. So let's not go into that again. I don't like that just punctured my all my questions. Honestly. So
Okay,
that is
right.
perfect. And the last question, just one, again, not scientific one, but like a mysterious one. We
Hmm.
have these structures called pyramids in Egypt, and there is a lot of mystery surrounding it. So, does God know who built them? Is it created by humans or somebody else before humans, or what does God have to say about that?
They were created by the extraterrestrials through the
Oh,
humans.
oh, okay. So that theory is correct, right? Because I've been researching on that theory for a long time. Because I'm like an engineer. I want to go to the root of the things.
But what
So okay,
currently you see as the pyramid is only a skeleton that is left.
okay.
You only see that masonry. You don't see
Mm,
the whole thing that it was. It was a magnificent thing inside out everything.
okay, okay. So
So
it
so
created by
we only,
extraterrestrial.
yeah, but
Okay,
including the humans, both
okay.
together made it, and it did not need a lot of hard work,
Yeah, that's the thing.
like bringing all the stones up, cutting the
Yeah, yeah,
stones to the shape. No, it wasn't like that.
yeah. So that is
It's a technology that was so advanced that we cannot currently imagine.
and I mean, the documentaries that I've seen, it clearly boggles my mind, because how can somebody lift that much tons of stones with using rudimentary technology? It doesn't make any sense to me. So I mean, that means there is life outside Earth, right?
Of
In
course,
some
it
sense,
is there.
because otherwise, why will that this much space will go waste, right? I mean, it doesn't make sense.
There's a
But
lot of things outside.
yeah, but one question, one statement I remember from one of your podcasts is humans on Earth are the most advanced, or how does how do you reconcile?
Humans in the on the earth are most advanced in terms of the way they have been constructed. You see,
Okay,
it is very easy to construct biology,
okay,
but it is also very easy to construct intellect,
okay,
because it is intellect is like algorithm.
right, right,
And for the advanced beings, they can create algorithms which are far advanced than what we have today.
yeah, yeah,
Okay. And because of that, they appear to be very highly intellectual or super intelligent.
mm,
But it is very difficult to create emotions. It is very difficult to integrate the emotions with
right,
biology and intellect. And it is very difficult to create a proper dynamic
mm,
where you integrate biology, intellect, emotions into a storyline.
mm.
This is the toughest thing to do,
Oh, right.
because of which we are the most advanced creatures on this universe.
But technology wise, we are not like
Now,
pyramids. We cannot make.
if you are one dimensional, like what about intellect? No, intellect we are very low.
Okay, that I now see what you mean. Because I immediately question, like, okay, if pyramids were made by higher civilizations, then how come humans, as you said, are the most advanced? But now it makes sense. As a unified organism, we are most advanced creation. In the whole 21 Brahmans or just on this universe? Or
The
like,
whole 21 Brahmands.
oh, so that's in a way, it's a good, is a morale
And
booster.
this was only possible because there is a God component in us. That God
Yes.
component is the 11 energy bodies. No other creation has these energy bodies.
Hmm.
That's why, because we are half created by God and half created by the king.
But king.
And why was it like that? Because God wanted us to suffer and create the grime, which would
Hmm.
become the food for the king. No
King.
other creation creates the food for the king. And it has to be a very complex creature who can create the grime.
Hmm.
King
Hmm.
alone, king alone cannot create this kind of a creation.
Right. Has to be
It
blessing
is
from
has
God.
to be a creation of two gods. The father and son both were
Hmm.
involved in this. The
Right.
son alone cannot create this thing.
Hmm. Right. And you also mentioned we have a God particle. Is it the same as
That
the
is, of
Higgs?
course, but it is in a dormant state. But we are the only one who has that God particle.
So is it the same as the Higgs boson that was recently
No,
discovered?
it
That
is
is,
not. Higgs boson is a totally different thing. Higgs boson is still within the realm of matter or particle.
yes, that's what I mean. Media calls
So,
it God particle. Yeah. Hmm.
so they call it God particle. So basically, it is particle physics.
Hmm.
It
Hmm.
is
Hmm.
not even energy.
Right.
And it is again
Okay.
not even energy in the form of waves.
Hmm. Right. So, and you said that you don't talk about future, but I'm just curious, as a technological person, do you foresee a future where right now we only have our ears and eyes as a digitalized format, right? We can record audios and view movies. So only two senses can be manipulated using digital technologies.
Why? What
Do you?
about voice?
But voice, in a sense, we hear back, right? So it's kind
Okay.
of it's a so basically
Okay,
auditory
fine. Yeah.
signals.
You're talking
au-
about the five senses. Okay, I got it.
so
Okay, okay.
auditory signals are encoded and visual senses are encoded, but we still don't have digital smell, digital taste, and digital touch, right? So I know you said you don't talk about future, but do you foresee, at least as a technological advancement, that we can have some such technologies in the future?
Yeah, I have already told in one of the podcasts that the future humans will be so advanced that all these artificial intelligence will fall short of their intellect.
Oh, so
You
they
won't be
can.
able to create, you can't create anything artificial more advanced than the humans that are going to come down the line.
Oh, you mean the next generation, like my son
Not
and
next
my
generation.
grandson?
Actually,
Oh,
it will take 100 to 150 years for all the souled beings to go. After
okay.
that, a whole thing will start. And
Hmm.
today, the non souled beings who are the most advanced, they will be like bullock cart technology in front of
Oh,
the new humans who are going to show up.
wow. Wow.
So it's going to be a whole new era that will come in the next few hundred years.
So is it okay to say that soul beings are becoming less and less as a new birth, right?
Of course,
Is it correlated with the growing infertility rate across the globe, that people are
yes,
struggling to?
because we don't need any more fertility.
Oh,
Very soon the humans will come in a different way.
oh, so not from mother's womb anymore. Like,
Not necessary. King can
oh,
continue that, but
hmm.
king can also bring them in different ways.
Oh, wow. That is beyond our imagination right now, because we are so used to seeing that there is a drive, like, to have your genes forwarding, right? Like,
They would take probably one particle, one gene, and
hmm,
multiply it into a whole human.
yeah, because it's a simulation, right? So it's just a
It's a
programming code.
simulation. And you can simulate it in your labs also.
Hmm.
Already we are cloning. Already we are
Yes.
mutating. But today we are in a very raw state, in a very low place. Imagine
Right.
the things coming 500 to 1000 years from now.
Right. So in
Who
that
needs a
sense,
womb? Why
right. So
unnecessarily for 9 months go through all the
yeah, I've seen my wife struggle during the labor and everything. So I know it's a lot on women to go through that kind of pain and suffering. But of course, end result is of course nice. We get the child and in our house and everything. But the suffering that she went through, it's beyond my, I can't even imagine. So yeah, it's a it was really nice talking to you, and
okay.
I hope my
Right.
question didn't bother
Yeah,
much. And
because there are many waiting.
yeah,
So I
yeah,
think
okay, no problem.
yes, okay.
So yeah, because only I get one chance, so I asked all the questions that I
Yeah,
had.
okay.
Thank you. But
Right.
I hope that I'll get another chance to talk to God.
Let's see if God
Yeah,
wills, definitely.
yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye bye.
Chaitanya.
Bye. Yeah,
Thank
bye.
you. Bye.